Have you ever looked back at a relationship and thought something felt off right from the very beginning? Not after 6 months, not after your first argument, and not after your friends warned you. The very first time you met them. As an engineer turned psychic with over 9,000 readings, here's what I have discovered. Your intuition often recognizes the wrong person within seconds. The problem is not that your intuition fails you. The problem is that your logical mind starts making excuses for what your intuition already knows. The women who eventually say, I should have trusted my gut, almost always had that feeling from the very beginning. And today I'm going to show you how to find out he's not the one for you. Let's talk about one such woman, one of my clients. Let's call her Anna for the sake of this video. Anna was 39, an ER doctor, and her instincts saved lives. Yet, when her own intuition tried to tell her that something was wrong about the man sitting across from her, she convinced herself that she was just getting nervous. This happened not once, but more than 3 times. How? Keep watching and you'll find out. Anna was successful, intelligent, and genuinely ready for a long-term relationship. After years of disappointing dates, she finally met someone whom she felt she could trust, and let's call him Zane. She thought that Zane was different, confident, funny, and successful. We are going to move through Anna's story in 3 different phases of the relationship. So let's go to phase 1, the instant attraction phase. Attraction is there to blind you, but you don't need to get blinded by attraction. The first clue is always there, hidden in your first meeting. You just have to have enough awareness to see through things. As Anna was sitting across from Zane on their first date, she asked what she thought was a seemingly innocent question. Do you work in the area? Zane smiled at her very charmingly and said, of course. At that very moment, Anna felt like someone had punched a knife in her gut. Like her gut feeling was trying to tell her that something is not right with this answer. As though to support her gut feeling, she heard a soft whisper. Something is not right here. But she let it go. The 10 seconds that could have made the biggest difference in the next 3 to 6 months down the road. Initially, she thought she was trying to imagine things and kill an excellent opportunity. Discarding it as just nervousness, the date went on. The conversation flowed. Zane said all the right things. He was charming as well as attentive. By the end of the evening, Anna convinced herself that the little feeling that she had really didn't mean anything. Maybe she was nervous. Maybe she was overthinking. Or maybe she'd just been single for too long. So she ignored it. One thing to take away from this is that intuition does not scream. It can't. It tries to show you the warning in a way that you can notice. But your logical mind may try to reason you out of it, just like Anna's did. Go ahead and comment below based on this if you feel that something was wrong with Zane without watching the rest of the video. We move on to phase 2. The subconscious starts expressing itself. Now, let's say that you are Anna and your intuition did not pick up the signals during the first meeting, or you ignored those signals. Intuition is still going to give you a second chance. Anna and Zane go out for a few more dates. Out of the blue, Anna asks Zane if he was interested in a committed relationship or just dating for fun. Not in that language, but in a much more subtle tone that really conveyed the meaning. Another 10 seconds came. The 10 seconds that could have made a difference in what was going to come down the road for the next 3 to 6 months. Out came Zane's instant response that he was in it for the long run. He was serious about commitment, and Anna may just be the one. Anna wasn't really planning to ask this question. Her subconscious just blurted it out. This was before her conscious mind could think, reason, or ponder before speaking. The subconscious just works like that. Out of the blue, it will just come and say things. When Anna came to me and told me what had happened, I told her that her subconscious was picking up clues and trying to tell her something. But Anna was in love, so she just discarded what I said and what her subconscious mind was trying to tell her. Anna thought that everyone around her was either jealous or unhappy that she had finally met the one. Now we come to phase 3. Intuition shows you proof in more ways than one. It had now been a few months since Anna and Zane had started dating. Anna's friends heard about some of the conversations Anna had with Zane and tried to warn her. Something is not right. The whole situation sounds fishy. Did you meet any of Zane's friends yet? Another 10 seconds, which Anna shrugged and just discarded. Anna started thinking, what would they know? I am the one who's going through this experience. I'm the only one who truly knows what is going on. I can't share each and every detail with them and give an explanation of each of their questions. However, everything was just sitting in Anna's mind, and Anna starts pressing Zane on questions about commitment. Anna noticed that this would make Zane uncomfortable, so much so that he would start professing his love for her. To switch the mood and start showing his affection more than usual and talk about their future. However, at this point, Anna started feeling uncomfortable. She started having doubts about what Zane was trying to hide, especially when one day she saw visions of them breaking up. She tossed those thoughts away, thinking that she was overreacting. The proof of the pudding is in the eating. One day, Anna messaged Zane and he didn't respond. She started getting worried, so she called him. However, there was no answer. The same thing happened the next day. and the next day as well, until Anna realized that Zane had finally ghosted her. She thought, what a coward. Didn't even have the courage to say goodbye. Eventually, she opened up to her friends and told them what had happened. When she came to me, she didn't start by asking about her future. She said something I'll never forget. I knew something was not right the first time I met him. The very first meeting. He wasn't really honest with her about working in the area. In phase 2, her subconscious mind essentially blurted out the commitment question for her. But Anna tried to reason with it. In phase 3, the constant nudges from her intuition were driving her nuts, yet she was blind to see them. Until one day, things just fell apart. So, what's the lesson everyone can learn out of this? The fascinating part is Anna didn't really discover the truth months later. She recognized it almost immediately in the very first meeting. But something else happened. Her mind stepped in. It started collecting reasons to stay instead of reasons to pay attention. We've all done it, mistaking chemistry for compatibility. We mistake attention for safety. And we confuse potential with reality. Our intuition whispers, but our mind starts negotiating. However, our intuition has a way of showing the proof days, weeks, or months down the road, saying, see, I told you. 6 months down the road, when Anna and Zane break up, Anna is heartbroken. She evaluates her relationship from the beginning to the end and realizes that the signs had been there all along. She was just too blind to see them. So, how do you start trusting yourself? The next time you meet someone, don't just ask, do they like me? Ask yourself, do I see any warning signs around this person? Do I get any weird gut feeling? Do I unknowingly blurt out a question I hadn't really planned? Or do I just try making excuses for something they shouldn't have done? Your intuition often speaks through those small moments long before your mind has enough evidence to explain them. Looking backwards, if you ever said to yourself, I knew something was wrong from the very beginning, you're not alone. The good news is that intuition is a skill. The more you learn to recognize it, the easier it becomes to trust it. Before months or even years have passed. I would love to know, have you ever met someone and realized that they were not right from the very beginning? Go ahead and put that in the comments below. Someone else reading it may finally decide to trust their own intuition. And if you're afraid that you're not intuitive enough, there are 5 signs to show you that your intuition is awakening. This is the subject of my next video, and I'll see you there. Bye.